Time to lock in, lock in. You guys know exactly what you need to do. We just need to perform. Friday Night Rugby. Got the whole country watching you. Go put on a show. Right?
We're playing Renegade Rugby. Don't let one mistake ruin the whole game. All right, let's keep that mentality. Let's get it nice and tight, and then we'll jersey up. All right? Let's go! Let's hard! Let's go! Renegades on 3! 1, 2, 3! Renegades!
This is Friday Night Rugby, National Collegiate Rugby's Friday Night Lights, deep in the heart of Texas, Huntsville to be exact, for a Lone Star Conference D1 AA match between Sam Houston State and Texas State. It's Bearcats versus Bobcats. Matt McCarthy with Tim Wilkes. Two teams not exactly fond of each other, Tim. What can we expect?
Have been clashing against each other for years. Two of the top teams in the Lone Star Conference. For Sam Houston State University, 2-0 in conference on the year, just the one loss to Southern Nazarene, but they sit at near the top of the table. For the Texas State Renegades, I lost 10-70 in their last match against another top team, Texas A&M, but A&M took a loss for a forfeit as well, so everything to play for here in the Lone Star Conference.
And again, two teams not fond of each other, legitimately think they're the favorite. Tell us about Texas State, two players from each team.
Well, for Texas State, you first got to look at their number 3, 6'3", Kyle Tucker, the captain. He's played many different positions there in that forward pack, and he is a stable force as a senior there in the front row. Then we take a look in the back line, Will Turner, 6'1". He was their fly half last year. Spun it all around the pitch, used his boot a lot, but they have moved him to outside center, a lethal force, and their leading try scorer so far in the season.
And what can you tell us about the Bobcats coaching staff?
Dustin Carter there. He played in 2008 from 2008 to 2011, so he knows both these squads well. Actually played against Luke Nennes on the other side for Sam Houston. So again, no love lost between these two squads, but in his 3 years, they have been doing a fantastic job, perennial powerhouse and a playoff contender.
All right, and two players from the hometown Bearcats you're watching.
First off, we got to take a look at Dag Duwana on the outside. He is a force, 5'11", 195, but the wing, you'll know him from his NCR days, the Lone Star Bowl MVP in 2023. 3 tries on the day there for him. He is a spark plug up and down the pitch on the side. Then we take a look at their number 2, the hooker, Drake Torno, a 3-time All-American, both at that hooker position and at scrum half. He's also a brick wall. Coaches is one of his finer points, and so Drake Torno definitely somebody to watch out for there at the hooker spot.
And Tim, we had a bit of a coaching staff shakeup with Sam Houston. What was that all about?
So Ramon Serrano was there. Luke Nennes has been able to step in. He's been coaching alongside of him for the last few years, 5 years with the program. And again, 15 different championships, different trophies from all over the place, 3 times with 7s and 3 times in a row with 15s as well, looking to make it 4 on both ends.
All right, while we're on the home team, how about a look at the lineups?
For those Bearcats, you first got to take a look at that front row. Chad Akpara, 6', 285, and Preston James on the other side, an All-American as well. Should be a terrific match. Number 4, Carter Grom, a captain there on the inside. On the outside, we take a look at Roderick Pringle, their number 10, steps in for an injury for Devon Smith. So a little bit of the bug getting them there, but take a look also on the outside, Lucas Staggs and Tate Stanridge. Staggs also a blazing speed with there on the outside as well.
And how about that Texas State lineup?
When we take a look at Texas State, let's take a look at Sebastian Pensado. He is the coach's self-proclaimed best tackler on the team, so look to him for him to be a driving force there on the inside. And as we take a look at the outside, Cole Douglas sliding in. He switched there with Will Turner. He is the fly half, more of an attacking force, straight line runner. And then you've got Sam Wright on the outside. He's just a sophomore, but he is the captain out of Kingswood, Texas, and a real player to watch in this one.
And Tim, we have our referee ready to get us going, and that is Vian Engelbrecht. And he'll be assisted by Carlos Rivera and Joshua Bond, Joshua, of the Texas Rugby Referees Association. And we are underway in white, kicking off the visitors, Texas State. And it's going to be a whistle that did not go 10, not the way you wanted to start, Tim.
Yeah, Sam right there just got a little underneath it, too much backspin on it. Did not quite make it to the line, so not the start they're looking for, but we get an initial look here at the front rows, at the engine rooms for both these sides across the front. Looks like Sam might have a bit of an advantage there, but it should be a fun one between these two big boys.
It's a little windy down on the pitch, but this is the first time in the last 4 contests these teams haven't played in rain. So they'll be grateful for the dry conditions, chance to run the ball. First whistle. Just setting the guys so they, we don't have a long night, telling them right away.
Fine. Set.
Here's the put in by Sam Houston. Nice drive, and the Packs have been a force for both teams so far this year. And a big break on the outside. Looks like Lucas Staggs, and they want to get the ball in his hands, and that's why. What a try right out of the gate for Sam Houston.
Beautiful set piece as Staggs took that one on the outside. Wonderful passing. You saw the winger kind of fall down on the edge, open things up, and then he just turned on the jets all the way from about midfield. As you see here, there's the pass, pinpoint, right on target, full stride, and then only one player to beat. Nice little okey doke to the outside, just enough space. Take it the distance, and boy, that's exactly what they're looking for, Matt. The Bearcats on the board first with a beautiful play off the first set piece.
Yeah, I think that was Lane Northcutt that got faked out on that. What an ankle-breaking move by Staggs, and that again, not the way you wanted to start if you are the Bobcats. And the kick is no good by Zumelzu, but nonetheless, 5-zip right out of the gates, Tim.
Yeah, and it's really what this Sam Houston squad has been known for, the passing and then the speed on the outsides. Texas State looked like they're going to be able to make that tackle, just got to get all the way through it. There on the back end, yeah, you said Northcutt could not make that final move or the final tackle to bring him down. Really need to straighten things up. Sam Wright, opportunity number 2 here with the kick.
All right, here we go again. Now this one does go the required 10 meters. Setting up at the breakdown, Sam Houston.
Watch the kick.
You hear the cries of watch the kick, and there's the kick. They were right. They were clairvoyant.
Backwards.
Under pressure, it's dropped, but goes backwards. So fortunate to hold on to possession are the Bobcats. Unlucky by Kinzel, but he recovered enough, and it's going to be a penalty. So some positive signs for the visiting Bobcats.
I think that was Chaddock Parra, number 1 there for Sam Houston. They did a great job on the counter ruck, but then he kind of slipped into the outside channel, definitely in from the side. Great call from our referee. Gives Texas State, they're into attacking territory now. The lineouts were a big problem for them the last couple years in their playoff runs. They've been able to figure that out through Coach Carter. Let's see what they've got up their sleeve here.
Yeah, Tim, interesting you said that because they do have the wind at their backs and they opted for a short kick. And they do get the line out, but they're driven back by the Bearcats. It's Cats versus Cats. Bearcats from Sam Houston, and Bobcats
Still got advantage, 9. Still got advantage.
from Texas State. And here come the Bearcats again. Trying to look wide again, perhaps. Replicate what they just had earlier. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Here's a kick downfield. And it's a mark called, I believe. We're just going to go back. I think it was a penalty.
Right.
Yeah, might have been off
Penalty.
sides.
House money was being used there, Tim.
Yeah, looks like possible pull down there. Able to take that one down, so a penalty is going to be given here back against Texas State. As we take another look at the line out, just pulled this one down before it could really get moving. Illegally so in the maul, as you see them get connected there. Contacts made there by Texas State and just straight pulls down the entire charge. Another good call.
And there's the kick into touch. And, Tim, for the folks at home, you're not just a golden voice. You're a referee and a former player, so you know what you're talking about, and specifically in Texas.
Yeah, that's right. Highly familiar with both these squads. Got to ref here on this pitch earlier in the year, back in April. Texas State is a powerhouse there down in San Marcos, just down the road. So also got to play against these two squads in my time there at SFA. So definitely love the Lone Star Conference, and amazing to see both these squads shining here on the big stage.
And shining right now is Sam Houston with the rolling maul off the line out. Just sublime so far, and they just won't be stopped. Another solid run gets them even further into Bobcat territory. Another drive, but the ball pops loose. Lost in contact, but hold the phone. It was another penalty. It was coming in for the side, perhaps, Tim?
Yes, sir. Second time we've seen that one happen there, and a big-time mistake there. I think that was Diego Hamilton that was able to rip that one out, save the try, but they've still got to keep moving. So plenty to play for here with that going now 5 meters out. Another line out coming.
There's another look at it.
They're able to get low. That's Drake Torno there in the back, the hooker. He is a driving force, knows what to do with it, but a good solid tackle, able to repel him for now.
All right, here's the line out. It'll be Drake Torno throwing in, who can also spend some time at scrum half if need be. Taken nicely in the line out and right in for the try, unmolested, just perfect timing and capitalization on the line out and throw by Sam Houston. I think that was Jackson Roush with the try.
Yeah, Texas State tried to counter that driving maul there by not touching them. Last time they got sucked into it. So this time, the perfect play. You just turn and run forward. That way you're not obstructing, and they don't want to touch you because they think you might still be in that maul. The perfect play. Jackson Roush, beyond his years there with the rugby knowledge, the junior gets it done out of Dripping Springs, Texas.
Tim, was that a lack of communication? Because he just went right up the gut with it.
Well, they just got told on the last one. Again, somebody got caught in that line out and then pulled it down. They were trying to not touch him the first time. So this time they're really backing off. They took advantage of it. Great, smart play from the Bearcats.
All right, here's Ignacio Zumelzu from Bolivia with the kick. And they're going to be cheering in Bolivia because he just made that one. And that's not an easy kick with a little bit of wind in his face from that angle. So now we have a 12-0 lead for the hometown Bearcats.
Take a look here, able to bring this one down and then turn and go right in for it. Beautifully done. And you see the excitement there from the Sam Houston State Bearcats. A great start here. 2 tries in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. If you're the Texas State, you got to just calm things down, maybe get some phases here now. But put some pressure, take advantage of this kick, and try to counter here. Instead, a little miscommunication on who was catching it. Lucky to come up with it are the Bobcats. Now let's see what they can do with it. Bunched up, and first receiver bobbled but held on to. They live another phase. Some big boys ramming into each other. It's immovable objects going against each other right now, Tim, as they spin it. Try to get something going on the outside. 12 spun to the ground. That's Sam Wright. Beg your pardon. That's Will Turner, who we've got our eye on. You want to get him the ball, and now it's a penalty awarded to Texas State.
Yeah, and this is the way they want to play here. Renegade Rugby, as they've been called over the years. Now the Bobcats, they love to play with that big forward pack, a physical brand of rugby. But the last couple of years, starting to spin it out wide quite a bit more against this tough Sam Houston squad. We'll see what kind of skills they've got up their sleeves on the outside as well.
And Ben Kinsel, the sophomore scrum half, used that wind to his benefit to kick it a little bit further down the field this time. And now they'll have a line out. Aiden Martinez will be throwing it in, the senior exercise sports science major. And They exercise their right to take that ball in the line out despite a little bit of a bobble. And they have it nonetheless for the first time in deep within Sam Houston territory. On burst. Oh, nice little run. That's Ashton Racine. Gets it back in the hands of the big boy Paul Looney, who we're also watching, the vice captain. He rumbles forward. This would be big for them to get right back into this match, not just from a points standpoint, but from confidence. They need that confidence right now to get in there. And, they're so close. Just knocking on the door. Here come the Bobcats, and there's a whistle, and it's a penalty earned by the Bearcats.
Huge penalty and a great defensive stand there for Sam Houston. Didn't quite see what the penalty was there. Maybe just some talking back and forth. Couldn't quite tell, but it's going to either way relieve some pressure here for the Bearcats. Take a second look inside of this. Maybe touched a second time there by the tackled player. Couldn't quite tell exactly how they were pinned in there, but Sam Houston, again, has been able to find some space outside their 22 now.
Loving those replays from our Next Level Rugby staff. Crack production team as the lineout's taken by the Bearcats, but a penalty is awarded.
And that's exactly what Texas State was looking for there. They catch this one, bring it down, and start to move that ball backwards before contact is made. At that point, it's obstruction. Great call from our referee, and Texas State now on the front foot.
No, he came back.
And here they ramble forward again. That looks like Looney with another carry.
Okay, whole side.
Trying to spin it the other way this time. And nice on the burst. That's Turner, but he's repelled in a good tackle by the big fella. It looks like Chad Okpara, the loose head prop with a good tackle. Great defense coming up line speed from the home team so far, but here we go again.
Nothing there. Where's the line?
Got another whistle.
Right here.
Going back to the point of the first infraction, and it will be a penalty to Texas State. Offside is the call.
Yeah, just a little too aggressive there on the defensive end. Great job there to be able to take that right into contact, push them back as far as they could. And now, Matt, it looks like they're just going to take some points here and try to get on the board in this highly contested match.
It looks like Turner is going to handle the kicking responsibilities. And I think you were telling me that he was a 10, that they moved to 12?
That's right. Last year when I was able to ref this squad, he was at the number 10 position, kicking it all up and down the pitch. Did a great job last year, but again, he is the leading try scorer, so a good movement to get him out in a little bit more space has paid off so far here for Texas State, is again looking to get to the top of the conference standings.
Nope.
Kick is up, but the flags stay down, so the penalty kick is no good. So now it will be Sam Houston ball.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, the old 22-meter drop off of the penalty kick. That one went out the back. So you see the big boys there for Texas State all along that line. Will try to play some havoc in this relief kick from the 22.
So denied on the doorstep. That was tough. Now you miss this kick. That's tough. It'll be interesting to see how they respond from a mental standpoint. Here they come on a counter. Looking for some room. Ashton Racine.
All right, that's enough, thank you.
Good defense, though, from the Bearcats. There's a nice drive and a rumble from Levi Stewart. Nothing fancy so far from an offensive standpoint from the visitors. Just maybe looking to crack a window, maybe get a hole in that defense for something wide. It's going to be a knock-on, though. Unfortunate, another error. This time lost in contact, and it'll be a scrum down to Sam Houston.
Yeah, it looked like Will Turner there was able to get that one. And just tries the wraparound pass here. Got in between. Knew he had some players on the outside, so it's a good effort. But just a little inside on the pass. Could not hit Diego Hamilton. Had that one hit the deck. So a couple sloppy plays, some lost lineouts. here for Texas State, it's really been Sam Houston's been able to do a better job capitalizing on some of the errors.
Taps his back and puts it in. And they go to the left this time. Sorry, the other side. Oh, just lost on that pass. It was a good pass. Just couldn't find the handle on it. So it'll be a knock on and a scrum down to Texas State. And they could use that
defensive line. They're able to get up in the face and kind of cause havoc a little bit, but that pass is just off the mark as they tried to swing it out there. Eat them up, Bearcats. The Cats with a K is, again, their name.
Can anybody tell me what a Bearcat is?
Yeah, not like your Cincinnati Bearcats. It's more than likely not even a real animal. Just bigger than a Bearcat is the phrase used down here in Texas, and how they were able to adopt that there with the Bearcats with the K. A perennial powerhouse here on the rugby side.
Love it. And talk about a powerhouse. That drive from the pack, from the Bearcats, they must have heard us talking about him, because that was unbelievable. They just drove Texas State back on their heels and won the ball. There's the man that was right in the middle of it, Okpara.
He is a force. Again, mentioned him earlier, 6 foot, 285, and on the other side, Preston James, 260. So they've got some big boys there, and the driving force. The very first scrum, we saw the same thing, a big push, but now this is their first put into it. You see Sam Houston really crank the engines, got that thing moving the opposite direction. Great work from the big boys up front.
That was a good shot of our player that we featured earlier, Dag Dawana. He's from Ghana, but he sounds like he's from Texas to me. Line out taken by Sam Houston. Let's see if they can replicate what they did before. Ball's out. And here's the big fella rumbling in the open field. I would not want to be defending against him. Okpara, he is a force. But now, punching it on the outside. It takes 2-3 people to tackle him. That opens it up for everybody else. So why not? Put him in the middle of the field. Here's our try scorer, Jackson Roush, criminal justice major with a run. Got a man outside if they can get one more pass. And they do. And darting back in is Dagwana. Sam Houston again applying the pressure. Texas State needs a stop, and they need it now. Looking to spin it wide. Okpara gets a pass off. One man and beat in the corner, and it's going to be number 13, Lorenzo Shearhorn, with the try out of Spring, Texas. Wow.
Great work on the outside. Was able to collect that one at the last second. Got through the hands all the way out there. Just precision passing there from the Bearcats to find the gap. You see all those white jerseys there in the center. Great skip pass there, and then the big fella getting into the action, using the hands. 3 players on the outside. Great job sucking in that Bobcat defense and then popping it out for the 3rd try of the match for the Bearcats.
Okpara is just really impressing me early. He has been a force defensively and offensively and in the back line.
Yeah, second time we've seen him out there, just an epic force, and usually just running people over, but there he shows the skills with the beautiful offload on the looping run. Practice pitch movements coming here to fruition on a Friday night.
Zumelzu, little line drive, just doesn't do it. Tough kick, but nonetheless, another 5 padded on to their lead. The home team has to be pleased with their start so far, Tim.
Yeah, not just on the offensive end, on the defensive end as well. They came up with a couple of big stops. As you see that beautiful little offload to the looping player. Great hands there on the outside to be able to get that one through Trace Blitz with that beautiful offload and a beautiful line to open things up. But on the defensive end, they've been great as well, Matt. We saw a stop there within 5 meters. Then they got out of it again inside their own 22. So the defense really just up to par, just like that offensive end here for Sam.
Yeah, we got our first quarter, and we got a 17-0 lead already. I mean, it's flying by. And Texas State needs to do something positive soon. Here's a kick. A little bit off the foot, to the side rather, of Zumuzulu. Here's a drive and thrown on his head. But retaining the ball. Now let's see if some of the big boys can counter what Sam Houston's been able to do so far. Here's Hamilton. And there's a whistle, and it's another penalty. Not releasing is the call against Texas State.
I think that was Drake Torno there, number 2. He scoops up that ball, hands it off, but he was the one, I believe, that got his mitts on it. Earned the poach and earned the penalty there for his squad. He's always around the ball, looking for it on the defensive end. They put great pressure in these counter-ups. And it comes to fruition here as they're able to move down the field yet again, Matt, with ease.
Yeah, there's another look.
You see the pounding run. There's the big boys up front. Preston James, number 3, bounces him right into Okpara. And it is Okpara that was able to rip it out of there, So great work, a couple of tackles there from the 1 and 3. The props getting it done on the defensive end.
Roush takes the line out, wearing his Old Glory scrum cap. Gotta love that. Now I see feet in the air. That's not a good sign. There's Okpara pointing out that his feet are indeed in the air. He's in the middle of everything. Ball's on the outside. Nicely handled by Staggs. Earlier try scorer. He gets it out on further. And it's going to be a penalty. You can't hold on to the run. You got to roll away, folks. When you make a tackle, you got to roll away, and Texas State did not roll away. There's Roush imposing his will. And a little nudge forward by Torno. But we're coming back for a penalty.
I got it.
Oh, I beg your pardon. That was a try by Torno. He was right in the try zone. I'm falling asleep at the wheel. Apologies. And there he is. Drake Torno.
Torno gets it done there from the back of the ruck. Just great body position. Stays low. Just 5'6", but a brick wall at 200 pounds. Boy, from Liberty Hill, Texas, out in my neck of the woods. Great work there by the Bearcats. Fantastic stuff as they look to tack on more. Just an incredible start to this match so far, Matt.
Indeed.
You got 10 seconds.
Zumelzu's kick is up. Flags are up, so the kick is good. What a kick by Zumelzu.
Yeah, take a second look. Look at that pass. Whips this one in from Lucas Staggs. Finds his opposing winger on the other side. Duana takes it in, but a great way to open things up. Not too often you get a winger-to-winger pass there. Beautiful work, and then Torno does the rest. Gets inside with the dirty work. Gets low and earns another 5 for the Bearcats.
I mean, Torno is built like a fire hydrant. You know, if a fire hydrant was 200 pounds. Look at him. Just solid muscle. There's the restart.
Half as well, so he's got skills abound and a great player to watch as we move forward.
Sam Houston in control after the restart. There's Torno showing that he's got some moves, certainly, to find another open space. And who does he find? Okpara. Good clear out from Okpara's teammates. And it's going to be a penalty. You can't come over like that.
And we've seen a couple, so might have a word here, maybe something a little more serious.
That was your penalty for them diving over. Or because your player retaliated, that penalty's going back to them, okay? I don't want to see that again, okay? Let me handle it, okay? Back up.
So it'll be the Bobcats back in possession here. And you see in from the side there, but then there's the tackle after the play is over. And that was what earned Texas State now the opportunity to charge inside the 22.
So a penalty undid a penalty, what we saw there. And there's a knock on. That's just an unfortunate handling error. Cost them possession deep in their opponent's territory once again, and it'll be a scrum down to Sam Houston.
Yeah, I was hoping maybe that one went off the boot before it hit the deck, but Vian was right there on the spot, able to see that one go forward. And another opportunity down the wayside here, for Texas State as what is it, probably fourth time they've gotten inside the 22, but still a 0 up on the board with the stingy defense.
Yeah, the energy level for Texas State isn't their typical energy level right now. And I'm not making excuses, but they did have a 3.5-hour drive to get here, and they drive back after the game. So there is that. But here's Sam Houston playing it out of their own end. No kicking. They're going to run it. And they're doing well to run it. What a pass. What a dummy. Number 13, Lorenzo Shearhorn, who's got a try already, looking for his teammate, tries to pass it off the ground, takes it back on the ground. That looks like it's going to be a knock-on. No play on, says the referee. It's going to be a knock-on awarded to Sam Houston. I had it backwards. I thought it would be a knock-on awarded to Texas State.
Yeah, it looked like the Bobcats there tried to pick that one up. It just kind of got thrown off of them as they went in for the steal. But beautiful work on the outside. Nice little show and go. The fake there opens things up on the inside for Shearhorn out of the Woodlands. Semi-local product just down the road. It's taken down from behind, and there is the knock-on as they tried to scoop that one off. Great job to kind of get his hands on it there from Nicholas Woods, but just lost it forward back to the Bearcats.
The Sam Houston team is impressive because they're showing they can score from the outside or get big breaks from the outside, but they're also dominating in that pack like they just did just then, forcing Texas State backwards. Cut back inside to his support. Nice run. Here's Roush running over bodies, getting forward progress. Okpara, once again, the Nigerian, just all over the place. Ball's presented again. Good attempt at a counter ruck. No avail by Texas State. Torno right in the middle of things again. And there's our man. Can he just charge and take everybody into the try zone with him? And it's all black jerseys right now. Texas State on their heels, reaching for the try. Not yet. Engelbrecht right there on top of things. Who's it this time? It's another try. We'll see who got it in the pile there. But, wow, Sam Houston relentless. And it's going to be Corinthian Cormier with the try, the mechanical engineering student who just engineered another try for Sam Houston.
Yeah, the big 6'4" junior, jumps over that time, was able to get it in for the senior. Puts it home, but great effort. And you mentioned it, Okpara was able to take that one. He didn't have anybody with him, no support, but he was able to charge through 5-6 meters, held up enough time to open things up, and then they were able to finish it off there with Cormier. Great work. Houston native brings another 5 up on the board. And that there, just like as you mentioned, scoring from all positions on the field. That forward pack has really started to take charge here again. The Renegades, the Bobcats, they've hung their hat on that forward pack over the last few years. And right now, it is all Bobcats there in the engine room. All Bearcats.
Yeah, they are making a statement right now. And we got a discussion about the conversion here. Was there a kerfuffle with the tee, the ball, perhaps?
Was it over?
It was over.
You think so?
I was standing right there next to their wing, and I saw him go over.
Okay, thank you. Captain! Captain!
I think there's talk that maybe he jumped over the ruck in that last try. Something you are not allowed to do, not allowed to leave your feet to go over the top of somebody. I think that might be the discussion here. As we take another look.
No try. You dove over the top, okay? It's just penalty to them. Our penalty.
As you see there, just dove straight, or coming up next. He's able to scoop this one up, but just drive straight over the top of that other black jersey.
You got 10 minutes.
Right there, back over the top of the ruck, slides in. Great work. I think that was Carlos Rivera on the outside, the AR that was able to spot that. Got with Vian, got the call right. Should be an opportunity now for Texas State to play out of their own end here.
All right, the winds of fortune perhaps now blowing in the direction of Texas State.
Captain.
As they have the wind at their backs and kick it into touch, and they'll have a line out.
Thank you.
And this Texas State squad, after talking with their coach, they lost some numbers in that forward pack, so they knew it maybe wasn't what it had been in the past. But this squad has really done a good job on the outside so far this year. But right now, it's been tough sledding. They usually get about 70 guys out. They've had two sides, so they're really starting to build and be able to stay at top here in the Lone Star Conference.
All right, taking the line out, Texas State. Bobcats on attack. They need to claw their way back into this one. They're down 24-0 to the home team, Sam Houston. And that's going to be a penalty for offsides against Sam Houston. So maybe now things have changed.
Malachi Pacheco that made the counter ruck there, ended up on the outside there on the offsides, past the offsides line, so got dinged for it as he came up and tried to make the tackle. And now a couple of penalties here gives Texas State a little bit better opportunity. We take another look. Great counter ruck there. He pushed through, and then from an offsides position just blows that one up. Kind of lucky almost maybe to not get a yellow card there. Got to do better than that and know where that offsides line is.
And that was a good kick into touch. Not an easy one from midfield with a little bit of wind. And the line out taken, not contested by Sam Houston. And we've seen that more and more as the Bobcats, just when you think they've got something going, they hold on to the ball, mental error. And you can't do that. When you're on the ground, you got to put it to side. And they didn't do that, so now it's Sam Houston's ball.
Just each and every one of these Bearcat players knows how to get those poaches, knows how to go for it. Great body positioning there, and that was Trace Blitz. Was able to get into the action, got his hand.
Stay hands on the ball. Captain, please. Thank you.
His argument is specious at best. He's not going to win that one.
Vian had my back there. He had his hands on the ball, did a great job of showing the release there before he went in for it.
There's a kick into touch, so it'll be a line out to Sam Houston.
As we see here, he was more of a tackler assist, hands up, and then gets his mitts on it, secures possession of it. Easy call there for the referee, but turning defense into offense time and time again for the Bearcats.
Here's the throw in. Torno.
Come on.
Roush. And now they got it to the big man who's in the back line again, Opara. Just follow him, folks. And it might be Pilch that, almost stolen, but a good counter ruck. Keeps the ball in possession for Sam Houston. So Opara. Keep saying his name because he's working his tail off. There's a ball that is knocked on in a simple pass, so it'll be a scrum down to the Bobcats.
This is exactly what they need. A couple of mistakes here from Sam. Plenty of time to get at least one try up on the board. Start to get things cranking for the boys on the sideline. Maybe make a couple of subs. See what Coach Carter has up his sleeves here at the half. But it would be huge for them to kind of take this one and get back into this match. We've seen some of the players be able to help them out. William Turner, number 12. Also look for number 10, Cole Douglas. See if that combination can get them to march down the pitch.
Indeed. And, you know, we talked about Opara being from Nigeria. There's an international flavor with the Bearcats. They've got Zumzulu from Bolivia, as we mentioned earlier. They've also got Ryan Pringle, the number 10, the sophomore from Cape Town. They know a little bit about rugby in Cape Town. There's a little bit of an injury. You've also got on the bench Emmanuel Cruz coming. He's from Mexico City. So international flavor for these players, experiencing cultures through rugby.
It's been great to see, but really the driving
Okay,
force
you
of
want me
this
to move
Sam
more
Houston
out?
club has been
Yeah,
able
wait,
to be
I got you.
pulling a lot of the clubs in the Houston area. We already see somebody there from the Sabercats youth group, but multiple players. Over 60% of this squad has played rugby in the past, and
So
as we
black
grow
left
here
side.
with rugby in
On your
Texas
side.
on the college level, that is a huge
Okay.
thing to put a feather in your hat there, to be able to
me,
pull
look
so
like
many
black
players. A
was
lot
able
of
to
teams
underneath
sitting
his,
more at
hip.
like 10,
And the torso
20%
went down.
players
Let me get a
played
penalty.
in high school. So
Alright.
great job from recruiting from all over the
Is he
state
good?
and really using that
Is he good?
Houston
There's
area
nothing there.
as a force to
Penalty back
be
here.
able to help create this squad.
And on the other side, the man that was just hurt, who's now back on his feet, fortunately, Lane Northcutt, he's from Japan, and he's lived in 5 states. So he's an international man of mystery as the kick goes into touch.
For sure. We've really starting to see, it's just been great to see so many more clubs playing on the high school level. A couple of different teams out there in the San Marcos area. They've got a couple of clubs that they can pull from in the Austin area and then down in San Antonio. So again, both these teams for years have been 2 of the top teams here in the Lone Star State, and they've done a great job with both these coaching staffs, really building from within, picking a couple players out here and there, but then a fantastic job using the Lone Star State, the talent that we've got here.
All right, let's see if the Bobcats can get something before we go into the sheds. There's about 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes left in this first half. And there's a burst. There's Will Turner. Haven't heard his name much this evening so far. Let's see if they can turn that. And they get a penalty awarded for not rolling away after you make the tackle. You make the tackle, you got to roll away, let the player get up or play on. Otherwise, it's a penalty.
They did a great job here with the counter ruck. 2 players coming in, but they did so kind of off their feet. Both of them laying on top of the player, did not stay up and keep their own weight. So that's the penalty. They'll get sent back 10. And now a huge opportunity for Texas State. We're in about 5 minutes left here in the first half. They have got to punch one in here. Second time they've been this close, just a few meters away from pay dirt.
Apologies, I read the referee's signal wrong. And I will pay dearly for that when I stare at the ceiling tonight. But here's a line out to Texas State in the meantime. Martinez with the throw-in. This is a pivotal moment in this match for the Bobcats. Inching closer to that try line. They've been there before with no success. Martinez helps set the platform, as does Stewart. Looking to go to the left. Here they go on the outside. They got one man to beat, and they do. Number 11 is in. Finally, Ashton Racine gets past the whitewash for Texas State.
We're seeing out of New Bronzeville, Texas, just south of San Marcos. The hometown kids able to bring that one in, exactly what they needed. And Matt, they've getting it done finally on the lineouts. We saw that be their big issue last year. They weren't able to find that front jumper. Now they're going to the back and things are opening up. And great work from the fly half there. Cole Douglas catches that one at full pace as they flip the field, come back to the left. And then the winger, Racine, right there to be able to take that one through. But look at that, just full speed. Great dummy run there from the fullback Northcutt. Opens it up on the outside, and the Bobcats get that much-needed try to get right back in this match.
And you just saw the thumbs up right into the camera. Great capture by our Next Level Rugby crew. As Turner lines up to convert. And the kick is up. And it is good. And that's just what the doctor ordered for the Bobcats. 24-7 now. If they can hold them and then maybe get some more points before this first half ends, we have a ball game.
That was a beauty of a kick right there. The great work off of the line out. They threw a couple of phases in with the forward pack and then had this play right off the training grounds, back to the left-hand side. Great work and the smile as the reward there. Great work again. Ashton Racine, 5'11", 170, all sorts of speed there from the senior to take it the distance. Get right back in, just a couple minutes away from halftime.
And Tim, some of our curmudgeon friends out there are saying, why is he smiling when he's down 24-7 or 24-zip before the try was scored? And I would counter, because it's a game and it's supposed to be fun.
Oh, it was great work. He knew what he needed to do. He did his job in that moment, got rewarded with the try, and they're going to need plenty of that. They've got to change this one. They cannot just sit back and let Sam Houston come to them. They have to show that they've got the skills and the players on the field that can really shine, and it was a great little glimpse of that right there.
All right, Torno will get us restarted. The Renaissance man. He can do it all, like his teammate Okpara and so many more of his Sam Houston teammates, as the ball bounces a couple of times, but finally finds a Bobcat. And there's a penalty awarded to the Bobcats.
You gotta keep your feet. No, your arms were on the ground.
Yeah, elbows just grazing the grass. It looked like, I mean, he was so low there, Matt, but it looked like he might have been able to hold himself up. But the referee did see those elbows kind of touching the grass, and the kick for touch doesn't find it.
Yeah, you know, that's just one of those errors you got to eliminate, especially if you're trying to mount a comeback. And now here's a little pop kick taken on the fly by our try scorer for the Bobcats. And he's dragged into touch. Flag goes up, so it'll be a line out. But a good run by Racine, nonetheless. Might have dinged his jaw. And there's a whistle. Does that take us into the half? All right, that is halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go away. We've got some interviews with players and coaches from both teams after the ads. We'll be right back.
All right, hey, they started fast, and we did not.
Welcome to the College Rugby Show. This is going to be home for all hot takes, highlights, rankings, hot topics, all things college rugby.
They could be pushing into that 2, possibly number 1 spot.
This for me is one player to watch out for.
We will be back on your airways very soon.
In a sport of power and precision, you need a powerful and precise camera. Analyze your game. Build your team. Grow together.
Ready? Up.
Video captures moments. A powerful camera for a powerful sport.
Rugby! Our mission as educators is to help you grow, explore, and achieve your aspirations. When our seniors graduate, they receive more than just a diploma. They leave Wheeling University with clarity, purpose, and the confidence that they need to succeed throughout their career. Exceptional experiences, exciting opportunities, meaningful guidance, and lifelong friendships. This is the foundation and academic excellence we believe in. That's the Wheeling University difference.
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
of a season for you. What can you tell me about the motto, Find Your Why?
Find Your Why is all about just finding that deeper meaning than just winning the game. Finding something that drives you past that point of exhaustion when you want to give up. It's something deeper in your mind to push you through to that next level beyond just trying to win the game.
And more specifically, what is your why in this matchup?
My why is just the brothers around me. It's my left and my right. When you're in those gritty situations where you feel like you're down and you have nothing left, you look to the guy to the left and to the guy to the right, and they're in the same situation with you, and it really just drives me forward in the game.
There's no such thing as an easy game in the Lone Star Conference, and you guys are well aware of that. Falling to Texas A&M, what was that bounce-back week look like during your bye week?
That bounce back, that off week was really big for us, and we really just focused on hitting the fundamentals, getting back to the basics as a team. We got a little bit out of our comfort zone there, and we didn't perform our best, so just getting back to the basics and the fundamentals is really key to us during that week, and I think we did a really good job at doing that.
A lot of young players on the team. How have they come through for you this year?
They've been the biggest part of our year so far. We have so many guys here that are physical and they want to get in there and make some big hits, and that's a big key. I think that mentality of just getting in there and not being scared to make a hit is the biggest part of those rookies, and they've done an amazing job.
Thanks, Cole. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, Sam, it's been a tough road for you so far with losses to A&M and LSU. How have you been reacting?
I think mainly in practice we've just turned up the intensity. I mean, this last bye week we hit it hard every day. We've had now 6 practices of high intensity, high focus, and we've just been getting after it, so we're excited to this game tonight.
You only have 7 seniors in the lineup tonight, and you have 6 rookies. How are you dealing with such a young team?
They may be young, but they are not scared. I remember first practice I came out here, we scrimmaged the first and second sides together, and we call them the War Boys. I mean, they turn it up. They might not have the skills yet, but we're working on developing them there, and they just get after it, man. They're aggressive, they hit hard, they love to be here, and I'm excited to see what they can do tonight.
All right, Kyle Campbell, it's been a tough season for you. How has the team been bouncing back from a few tough losses?
Yeah, I think we all really put the work in, and we come back as a team, work together with our coaches, and we just go from there, man. There's no, we say win the day, win every single day, so we go one practice at a time. We leave that last week behind, and we just go one day at a time, one day at a time. Today, we got to win the game today. Yesterday, we won practice. Today, we got to win the game.
The Lone Star Conference is a tough one. What have been some of the challenges you face in the road so far?
Yeah, I think just playing great teams, man. We have a lot of teams that are well coached, a lot of teams that put a lot of time in, just like we do. So you just got to compete with them, you got to outwork them, and so we'll go from there.
It's certainly a young team. Have you noticed more growth from the younger guys or the older guys helping them up?
I think it's great. Our older guys really help a lot. They do a lot of help with them. We have, I think we recruited 53 new guys this year, all freshmen. So that's going to be great for our future of our club.
A rugby team is a community itself, but sometimes when a community around a rugby team is affected, it's a little tough to step out. And you guys did that this last offseason, helping out with the river flooding and the River Guadalupe. What was that experience like?
Yes, sir. It was great to get out there and, help the friends and family there. We're close to them, so it was like we had to go out and do something. We couldn't just sit there, and we have the manpower. We can scrum all day, but it means we can clean too. So it was really good to see all the people were super appreciative and love that we came out, and we're just proud to represent our university in that way.
Coach Luke, it's 15 trophies in the last 6 years for you. What's been the experience so far?
Yeah, it's been a great experience coming back and coaching at my alma mater. We've had a very talented team. We've found a lot of great young players in the greater Houston area, throughout Texas. So, what we're doing is trying to build locally, and we've had a lot of success doing it.
All right, Dag, tough loss against Southern Nazarene. How's the team been bouncing back?
We just been focusing on just working on our craft day by day. I know they were a really good team this year, and it was really tough, but I feel like there's a lot of points that we left on the board, and we're just trying to work on it every day, and I feel like today is going to show.
The Lone Star Conference is a tough one. What's this season been like for you?
It's came with shakeups, It's the last one we got in the books, the last one for a lot of our seniors, so it's kind of playing it as hard as we can right now.
All the teams that were with us the past several years moved over with us, so competition's the same. We've been playing all these guys for forever, so we know what to expect. We know how the year was going to be coming into it, so it's just executing on the level that we know we can, playing how we've always played. That's kind of been the weird part. We got a lot of younger guys, a lot of new people right now, so it's kind of getting all that.
Tim, Friday Night Lights, you're down 24-7. You're the Texas State Bobcats. You're losing to your rival, Sam Houston. What do we got to do? And tell us about what we saw.
Well, it's really just the mistakes. The scrums have been rough on the Texas State end, driven back quite a bit. They've been able to get a couple out of their own, but lineouts were tough early. They were able to get that corrected. But really, it's just on the defensive end. They've got to be sound. They've got to remain well coached as they have been. They've been able to figure out those lineouts, but just the ball speed from Sam Houston has been incredible. So if you're Texas State, you just got to make sure you keep ball in hand a little bit more. It's the mistakes that were killing them. And when they're able to get inside that 22, as they both had about the same chances, they've got to be able to convert a little bit more. 5 tries to 1 so far, but they're not out of this one yet. That last try was a huge one and showed just how much of a spark this Texas State squad can have.
Yeah, fixable mistakes. Let's see how they come out of the gate as Sam Houston will get us started in the second half. There's Torno, who had himself a nice first half getting us underway. And the ball is tipped forward, and it's taken by... It looks like it's taken by Sam Houston State, and they do. And there's Okpara, our MVP of the first half, undoubtedly. And he takes it to the ground, and it's recycled now. But it's stolen on a sloppy pass, uncharacteristically sloppy pass by Sam Houston. And now Texas State with the ball and an opportunity. Little pop kick put in the air by Kinzel.
Stay. Come back.
But there's a counter kick.
You're good. You're on.
And now we got a little bit of aerial ping pong, but it's knocked backwards, fortunately, for Texas State. They set the platform, and we have a whistle, and it's going to be a penalty. Obstruction is called.
Yeah.
And awarded to Sam Houston. Not what they wanted, again, to start the second half, Tim.
Yeah, you talk about unforced. Just barely stepped in front of that other tackler. Should have just backed off, gotten behind the player, but got hit for the obstruction. Things went from bad to worse there. Great return kick there from Sam Houston, and it really all started with the kick there from Texas State. It was box kick. They didn't quite have the chasers ready to go after it, and then the kick back is where things started to get a little discombobulated here off the back, and then you'll see right back inside again. That's Quadros. It just gets in between the tacklers and the player. Easy call for being our referee. And now a huge opportunity just 5 meters out for Sam Houston. And this maul, that driving maul, they know all the tricks with it. It's been a lot of fun to watch here so far.
You know, he did try to put the hands in the air to act like referee, I'm not doing anything, but that just draws attention to you sometimes.
Yeah, he was okay with the first tackler. Second tackler came in just right as he was behind it. So unfortunate error.
Nice lift and a line out taken by Roush, who had a try in the first half. Torno on the back of that, looking for his second try, and he has it, just like that. Drake Torno with his second try of the match.
Huge push there, anchors that back of the driving maul, just gets pushing. Had that thing starting to blow out to the right-hand side. He knows when that happens, that means nobody's back on the left, so great job here. Contact made there at the back by Texas State, so the driving maul's on. Great work getting it in the hands of Torno, and you see him start pushing off to the right and then breaks the ankles of 2 Bobcats as he's able to dart back inside. Just eyes here, watching, ready to pop out. Beautifully done, sees that open space. And just like they did in the first half, Matt, 2 quick tries in the first 10 minutes. They're right back in it again here in the second half.
Does it surprise you that there's been so much room right up the gut so far tonight for Sam Houston? As the kick from Zumelzu gets over the posts. A great conversion again from the man from Bolivia.
Just as we see right there, Torno cheering on his boys on the outside as well, and really both of them have been able to get it done, but a huge driving force Texas State had to put all the numbers they could in that line out. That means there's not as many players around the fringe. And so using those big bodies up front opened it up there for Torno. But they've been doing it this whole time, leading from the front. So those guys, Apara and Preston James, have been incredible in the defensive end as well. So just a huge effort here from Sam Houston State.
And here comes Okpara, powering his way. 3 tacklers on him. And a penalty earned again.
Number 3, go and do that, okay?
He is just a playmaker. Looks like he's favoring that wrist. But you're going to need a SWAT team to get him off the field. Look, he's smiling with his injury.
Yeah, just not releasing. Tried to roll him over a little bit there. Not too easy there for the 285-pound Okpara, trying to get your hands on the ball, but they're able to retain possession. And again, within the first 5 minutes, Matt, just marching right back down the pitch.
And just when you thought Texas State, getting that turnover, earning the ball, then maybe putting the ball up into air without really thinking it a little bit, maybe not thinking through. And then what happened? Just a quick turn of events.
There you go.
They just are able to ignite things off any little tiny error. They're able to make it through and turn things back into points time and time again. Great work again here from Sam.
Torno with the throw-in and the connection.
Fine, he's through the middle.
With Zweibel. And now it's Torno again. He's just running over people. You can't get him down. He's built low to the ground. It's like a runaway piano. Now the ball trickles into the hands of Blitz. Take it to the ground. Another phase. And he's dropped. And it's going to be a knock-on. Don't see that much from Sam Houston.
Yeah, a couple errors there from Sam Houston. But again, it's going to be up to the Bobcats to be able to make something of it. You see him come around the outside here and just straight into the face of the Bobcats. Takes a couple guys to take him down. But again, 5'6", 200. Just solid as a rock. Did a great job of opening things up there for Sam Houston.
He's the rugby version of the New York Giants' Scattaboo.
You got it.
As the ball is taken to the back of the scrum by Texas State. Now kicking, and it was off the side of the foot of Turner, but perfectly into the hands of his wing, Nick Woods. And then a knock-on. That's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, you get something bouncing your way, and Cole Douglas had that one. Just decide to sling it back into the big fellas, and that's Kyle Tucker, team's captain, who knocks that one forward. Not something he normally does, but that's just how they drew it up, I'm sure there, Matt. Nice little kick, finds the target on the outside.
That's exactly how they drew it up.
Oh, yeah. Just one little mistake, again, destroys all the good work.
Zumelzu, who is having a player of the match type performance, as is 2, 3, 4 of his teammates with the put in. And now here comes the rambling big fella, Preston James, to Torno. Torno takes it down.
Come on, sir.
Zumelzu. And Sam Houston just using every weapon they have across the field so far. Nice pass from Blitz. He's had a few of those long passes. Find a receiver.
Off your feet.
And it's off the feet as the call. Penalty against Texas State. Things getting desperate for them now.
Yeah, definitely got desperate there in that ruck. Tried to go for it, just came off their feet, couldn't hold up. Again, Sam Houston just relentlessly coming in, getting those big guys on the outside. That was Preston James you'd mentioned on that last one, 5'11", 260, going up against that back line, and he just was able to cut right through them, butter through knife. Now Sam Houston going to have another opportunity on the outside. It's like an injured player here, going to get retaped.
Give me ball.
Yeah, tape of the ankle, looks like. Doesn't look like he's in too much pain. He's not going anywhere. There's that Mandrake Torno, number 2.
All right, bring him on.
A little chat with the ref. On the side, the assistant referee.
Hold on. Back penalty.
For this Sam Houston squad, this is exactly how you drew it up. Again, going for their 4th Lone Star Conference championship in a row. 4th on the 15 side. Also have 3 in a row under their belts on the 7 side as well. Your 2022 CRC champions, the Sam Houston Club, one of the only in the country that was paying dues to both collegiate organizations, playing the field on both sides. Lone Star Bowl champions 3 years in a row, and it has really helped them develop this talent. Be able to say, hey, we're going to get a team on TV every year with that Lone Star Bowl. The recruiting has definitely helped that, and they have really put together a powerhouse run here in the Lone Star State.
And also the power of Friday Night Rugby. I mean, this is fabulous. It's on YouTube. You can watch it across the globe. It's amazing.
All right, White can come on.
Yeah, Texas college rugby has come a long way. Finally getting some night matches here throughout the Lone Star State. It's just fantastic to see the growth. High schools are starting to grow. And these college teams have really gotten it together here in Tier 1 for the Lone Star Conference.
A little conversation between Torno and Zweibel trying to connect on how they're going to connect. But again, we're also, as subs come in, we're now also making these players known. They work hard, they play hard, they deserve to be known, and now we're going to have some branding, some familiarity with these players, which is great. As number 4 for Texas State trots off Levi Stewart.
Contest it.
And here comes the drive off of that maul, driving maul off of that lineout, I should say. And it's going to be another try. And there's that man, Drake Torno, right in the middle of things. That's a hat trick.
Mm-hmm. Great work from the AR on the outside. Rivera was able to see that one. Thumb went up as Torno again pushes through relentlessly from the back of this. You see him come towards the back, scoops that one up. They're able to retain possession. And you look at Texas State, everybody standing straight up, not a whole lot of forward lean. And again, they just start pinning them to one side, and then that opens up a beautiful gap there for Torno. As you mentioned, 3 on the day. The driving maul has been incredible. They got another one early on off of their flanker, Rouch, that was able to go in off of a fake driving maul. So it has been great work from the set pieces here for Sam Houston.
And here's number 9, Ignacio Zumelzu, with the conversion attempt. He's been very good tonight.
Nope. Took too long.
Yeah, just a minute and a half is all they get from the time that try gets dotted down to the time that ball has to go through the uprights. Didn't do it in time, and so no 2 extra points there for Sam Houston.
That's okay.
That's the shot clock of rugby, folks.
Yeah, I heard you.
You got it. Usually it's enough time, but if it's out there on the outside, you're waiting on the tee to come in. You can definitely be some tense situations sometimes between the referee and the kicker. 10 seconds left. Usually they can make it happen. Unfortunate error at that time.
Now, how does that weigh out statistically in the box score? Is that a -2 that takes away from his point total?
Thank you.
I just missed kick, I suppose.
You're gonna have to get a full report from me next week, Tim. As
all right.
The Bearcats with the lead and the ball. Zumelzu puts it up. It doesn't go the way he anticipated, I don't think, and it's a little ping pong knocked onto the ground.
Nothing there.
And ultimately, it's going to come back and be a scrum down, I believe, to Texas State. No advantage gained on the knock-on advantage.
Yeah, they were going to try to let him play a little bit there, but at that point, they were a good 15 meters back behind it. See Duwana try to get this just a little bit too excited here with the kick, kind of jumped up with it, getting off the right-hand side of the boot. So Duwaga there tries to corral it, got a shoulder on it, but knocked it on. And this is what we were talking about. Texas State, another opportunity near the 22. They've got to punch this one in. Still plenty of time on the clock if they can string a few together.
Is our production team taking that scrum right into your living room, ladies and gentlemen. Friday Night Lights. How cool is this? Put in by the Bobcats. They are down substantially. It's 36-7. Sam Houston leading, the home team. Now trying to string it on the outside. There's the lone scorer for Texas State. Racine takes it to the ground. There's a big burst from the number 1, Paul Looney, but there's a whistle, and it's going to be a penalty awarded
Do not take
to
him
Sam
out,
Houston.
beyond the ruck. Yeah? Yeah. We're looking at it now.
Beyond the ruck was the call.
Repeat infringement. Thank you.
Yeah, unfortunate stuff there for Texas State. As we take another look, reinforcements come in, shove over the first one, but at that point you're just on your hands, definitely not holding your own weight.
All right. Thumbs up.
Went a little bit too far there, so
Captains.
not what you're looking for Texas State. This Renegade rugby squad has been one of the best, again, in the last 50 years here in Texas. We have a quick conversation.
This is just the first one. If I see it again, I don't want to see that anymore, okay? Both sides now. Also, Black, calm down with the talk now, okay? Anything else from you guys?
No, sir. That's it.
Anything else? All right, please.
Hey, shut the fuck up. You know, rocking with you was good.
Sorry if that bled through the broadcast.
I did give you a little better look of the extracurricular stuff there on the back end of that ruck.
No.
As they pushed through and
If
got
I'm not
the
mistaken,
penalty.
we just saw a nice shot of Chad Okpara smiling into the camera. And he has reason to smile. He had one heck of a game so far.
Still getting advantage both sides.
Indeed, I think he's been subbed out. As Sam Houston barrels forward.
Still getting advantage.
And they've been barreling forward all night long with a 36-7 lead.
Right here.
No advantage gained. It'll be a penalty back to the initial infraction spot. Offside was the call, so it'll be Sam Houston with the penalty.
Yeah, too many critical errors here on the back end on the defensive side for Texas State. As Nathan Kimball did a good job getting the poach there after the fact. You see off the line out, they're able to get things moving. Just came forward a little too bit there, says the referee. It looked like that ball came out of the line out. Maybe it was a little early, but it looked okay here. But good job from our referee laying down the law, and another opportunity just outside the 22, it looks like, here for Sam Houston.
And I believe that's Noah Hudson in with the blonde hair. They call him the Q-tip because of that blonde afro, by the way, for Sam Houston.
Down. Go tight. This is it.
Roush takes the line out from Torno. Torno at the back of the maul. Looking for his 4th try, perhaps. Why not? Get him when you can. National television. Chance to shine. Here's a big run, a rumbling run from the number 3, Preston James. Out of Baytown, Texas. But it's a penalty for not releasing called. And now the Bobcats will have the ball.
I think that was Nathan Beeler, a sub that was able to get his hands on it. Great positioning there. Showed the release and then got right on top of it. Ripped it out of there. Easy penalty there for the referee. Another sub coming in. The captain, Kyle Campbell, the club president, going to be wearing that number 21 jersey, the big fella over 300 pounds out there at the prop position.
Got to speak to him a number of times this week. He was very helpful, very engaging, and he's coming back from a knee injury, and he said, you know what, I wouldn't miss this one for my life. That's how much these matches mean, these interconference matches, these battles in the heart of Texas. As Sam Houston spins the ball wide, it escapes the hands of Dewana. He gets it back, and now he's a force to be reckoned with if you are in a white jersey. Good defense, but it doesn't matter to Torno. He's just a tornado with the ball. Amazing. Like a Tasmanian devil just buzzing by and spinning and doing whatever he has to do to get forward. Enabling Sam Houston with more phases. Here he is again as first receiver. And you don't want to be the first tackler if you're facing him. And again.
3rd or 4th. Jeez.
Oh, man.
Thumbs up. What you got?
All right, we're going to have a conversation, it looks like. But what an effort. His battery, his motor does not stop.
White 2 onto black. Okay.
Never even tried to go
So,
fucking set that round.
believe we're looking at about an elbow or a forearm to the head.
White 2, that'd be Aiden Martinez.
Two threw an elbow because Black didn't want to let go. Straight to the head.
Straight to the head.
2 white.
Okay, so that's a red card.
It's a red card.
Okay.
Oh. Tim, you heard it.
Captain, 2.
Yeah, there's no room in the law for that. You have to make sure it doesn't matter what the other guy's doing. You try to do something like that, you're always going to get dinged as the person retaliating.
White 2 for an elbow to the head to a black player on the ground. Okay.
Okay.
It's a red card. You can talk to me.
Okay. He was holding me in the rug. I was just trying to get away.
You still can't hit him with an elbow on the
I
head.
didn't mean. I wanted to step that. Just try. I probably did. Trying to move
It looked pistol, but it's still an elbow to the head. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. There you go.
Yeah.
There's Mark.
The workload just got tougher for
on scrum. You can do
Texas
it.
State. Now they're going to be short a man.
Right here. All right, right here.
For the red card. It's like Aiden Martinez trotting off, and that's got to be frustrating for him.
Yeah, we were just seeing that there at the end of that replay. It was the senior just trying to get out of there, trying to get back on the defensive end because Sam is so relentless, but can't do that.
All right, here we go. Texas State playing it out of their own end. And a whistle and a penalty, and there's frustration. You could see it in the body language of the Bobcats, and the Bearcats just dominating in every aspect of this match as Zumelzu kicks it into touch.
Yeah, they're just relentless, and that was Jackson Rauch who scored that try early in the match. You see his intensity
You set your own
just
gap. Okay?
cranked all the way up to 11 here. He has played a fantastic match and still bringing it with 20 minutes left.
That's a Spinal Tap reference for the younger audience out there that might not know it. In the meantime, just like that, again off the line out. Here's Rauch.
Okay.
And it's awarded. There you go. Rauch with his try again. He's getting familiar. Who's going to have the most tries at the end of this match? Is it going to be Torno? Is it going to be Rauch? Stay tuned.
You see him
Jackson Rauch
onto the ground.
out of Dripping Springs, Texas.
Sorry.
They're in the Texas Hill Country, not too far from Texas State. You see him getting it done. Been fantastic up high throughout. That's the second time we've seen him. No contact, no driving maul. He knows what to do with it, though. Dots it down 2 in a row, and he has been incredible here in the last couple of minutes. You had just mentioned it. Texas State starting to hang their heads a little bit. Then you hear a big old cheer from him. Saw that his intensity is all the way up. Jackson Rauch again. Try number 2. Big time smile for him. Well earned.
And it looks like he might have had a little bit of a nosebleed as he's leaving, but he probably doesn't even know it. He's got a big smile on his face, and rightfully so. Here's Zumelzu. Kick is up, and the flag stayed down. But again, another try, and this one looks like it's pretty much locked up.
Still shoving.
Understatement of understatements. There's that replay.
So fun. That's 5 tries off of these lineouts, Matt. It has been magnificent. Big time kudos to their coach, Luke Nennis, who has built this team into a powerhouse. Second time we see that again. As he comes down with it, if Texas State engages, then they'll go into that drive and maul. If they don't engage, brilliant, smart play there by Rauch. He just turns, charges at the defense, and nobody was home. Try number 2.
And you saw the scrum half Ben Kinsel leaving the pitch, being subbed in for Texas State as play continues. There's the president of Texas State, number 21, Kyle Campbell. Coming back from that knee injury. Good to see him back on the pitch.
Sam, that was Logan Zweibel that was able to get up high, big number 5. He's done that a couple times on the kick restarts on the defensive end as well. He has been fantastic in that lock position.
And Campbell with the throw-in duties now. And it's spoiled by Sam Houston, but it takes a gratuitous bounce right into the hands of Campbell. So Texas State with the ball. Playing for pride at this point pretty much, Tim.
It's great to see Matt Campbell, of course, the team president. He's out there on sevens during the summer. He's one of my favorite players to referee. Great work here from Texas State, still showing the fight.
Jack Cooper, number 20, he's also in. Try to get you these subs as we catch up. Also Kyle.
Let's go, boys. Stop.
We mentioned Kyle Campbell. There's a wise decision to let the ball hop into his hands rather than try to pick it up. There's Racine testing the outside. Still showing that fight. No quit, but it's a penalty awarded again to Sam Houston.
It's got a little high, it looks like. Went around the neck there for the clear out, but boy, they were really bringing some force. Looked like he got low there. Just unlucky stuff for Texas State as we see them finally starting to get a few phases together and get things clicking. Unfortunate.
As we tick away into our final quarter, kick finds touch off the pole, and it'll be a line out to Sam Houston.
These Bearcats in a great position as we push forward through the season. They've still got Texas A&M on the schedule here at the end of the month, 25th of October. They've got Baylor, a rescheduled match coming up next week. So a couple of huge matches, but again, that 10-25 matchup against the Aggies will have everything to play for here in the Lone Star State.
Indeed. Here come the Bobcats trying to get something going. And we saw just a moment ago Dag Dewana, the senior finance major out of Ghana, leaving the pitch. He had a nice game. There's so many players across the board for Sam Houston that have contributed a lot tonight, Tim. How do you whittle it down for our player of the match?
Yeah, for Torno, he's been a wrecking force up front. Akpara as well as this beautiful Huntsville skyline. And we're about 60 miles north of Houston, Texas. Beautiful pine trees all over the place. One of my favorite places here in the state. Great to see the Renegades, the Texas State Bobcats here in full force. So far, boy, Sam Houston has just shown everything, as you mentioned. It's Akparis. That front three has been phenomenal. But really, Drake Torno, we've seen him in open play with poaches. I think with that extra work that we've seen from him, that kind of has him in that pole position so far.
Absolutely. There's a whistle. And Tim, is our referee, Mr. Engelbrecht, is he Namibian or South African?
I've had a couple conversations with him. I think he's South African just in the last 4 or 5 years or so. Been able to get into the Houston area. Has refereed this Texas State squad and Sam Houston a couple times. And he's got more work on his plate. He's got another match tomorrow as well.
I'm just, I'm thinking, Vian Conradi, the star of the New England Free Jacks in Major League Rugby. And there's a whistle, and it's going to be a penalty to the Bobcats.
Yeah, if you're Texas State here, let's just get methodical. Let's go back to what works. Let's let the big boys pound a few times. Let's find some space on the outside. Just too many mistakes and relentless pressure, of course, from Sam Houston and their front three on the defensive end. But just executing the small things. They're able to find touch, but again, maybe not quite the distance they were looking for as they push over that midfield stripe.
Yeah, and that's Jack Cooper off the bench, the sophomore biology major. Played high school rugby with Cole Douglas. Is interesting. It's great to see these kids playing earlier, especially in high school, growing the game. And there's a knock on. Oh, it's got to be frustrating. Tough one for Will Turner right there. But it's coming back. It was a penalty awarded earlier.
Offside.
Here's Cooper.
Call. So Texas State will get another bite at the apple here. And
that's a good kick from Cooper. That'll get them deep in their opponent's territory.
Seen the line
also
outs
in the
be,
C.J. Brush, number 17. Sorry, Tim, go ahead.
Oh, you're good. Just talking about this line out here from Texas State. Early on, they tried going to that front jumper. Each time they've done that, Sam Houston sending somebody up in that front channel as well. It has not worked out well. Need those longer throws, and here we're actually going to bring this one back. Let's listen in.
That was a great kick, just unlucky.
Did not find touch, I think, Matt.
Yeah, he said a great kick, but just unlucky. I'll say. As we see John Garza and Emmanuel Cruz in for Sam Houston.
Yeah, so the way it works on that one, since it did not go into touch, it went through the end goal or out inside the try line. So that one will come all the way back. They've got an opportunity. They could either have a 22-meter drop or they can take a scrum back where the ball was kicked. And that is what they have chosen here just inside their own half of the pitch for Sam Houston.
And we also saw Carter Grom, the captain, trotting off the number 4 for Sam Houston. He's always a force. He's always right in the middle, does all those little things that don't necessarily show up in the box score. And a quote about him from the great Zach Lanning, who works for NCR. The Bearcats forwards are also bolstered by Captain Carter Grom in the engine room, who leads with a Rooseveltian philosophy, but of speak softly and carry a big stick. And there's a penalty awarded in the meantime to Texas State.
That's the first time we've seen a big push from them. That's incredible stuff there from Texas State, still putting up a big fight.
And that looks like Christian Borrego running in, the number 16 for the Bobcats.
See here, waiting for it, and there's the drive is on. Feet just slipping out there for Sam Houston as things started to discombobulate there. Fell down to the deck, and Texas State now with an opportunity to punch another one in.
You know, how much of a force was Kyle Campbell in that scrum? Right there for the Bobcats. Taking on a hop, spun outside. Ball goes backwards. Or maybe not. Let's see what the call is. And we're going back again.
So knocked forward, it looks like, inside that line out, just touched there forward by Sam Houston. So Texas State will have an opportunity to come back and have this one with the scrum. Take another look. This one up in the air, and that front jumper again has been playing havoc with it throughout the match. Just touched that one. No advantage gained there by Texas State there off the missed pass. So they'll have it again.
Yeah, perhaps a little miscommunication on passer and receiver there. But it also looks like number 22, Harvey Hopkins, is in. From Aberdeen, Scotland. One of the, I think, the lone player for Texas State from overseas. Another great camera shot from our crew. Taken out of the back of the scrum. Here comes the Bobcats. There's Turner. Barreling forward, not going down. A lot of fight left in him. Racine trying to help out. Douglas helping out. Still driving. They're trying to hold him up. See how long Engelbrecht lets this go. And it's just another tough moment for the Bobcats. Bearcats just relentless again.
Yeah, once they get into this maul, Will's such a strong player, but once they get into this, they hold him up. Great job there by the winger. Somebody else on his legs too. He tries to stay up, but at this point, it's up to him. It's up to Texas State to be able to present this ball out of the maul. But great work there. Lucas Staggs, already with one try to his name, gets in there, fights, holds him up. Does a great job to get another turnover here. Scrum back to the Bearcats.
And Staggs has to be giving away about 50 pounds or 40 pounds from just eyeing them. And there's another whistle. This time it's going to be a penalty awarded to the Bobcats.
2 in a row in the scrum there, Matt, as they're really starting to get that thing churning. You see Kyle Campbell there, number 21, 6'1", 315 pounds, has really flipped the script for him.
And we're moving further down.
Thumbs up. Captain.
Decisions and the comp.
You guys, limit those penalties now. Otherwise, I'll have to escalate. All right, what's up, your team?
Torno getting the explanation from referee Engelbrecht.
And Matt, this is what I think about with Texas State rugby, the quick taps, pushing through with that forward pack.
Cooper recycling it to Turner. Turner definitely wants to get something in there. Now just have to be patient. There's a drive. They lose the ball in contact, but it goes backwards, and leaping for the try and in for the score are the Bobcats. Let's see who it was. It's Nathan Kimmel with the try. Wow. Good for them, fighting back.
Good relentless effort. Couple of tries here off the right-hand side. Looked like this one might be it, but they're able to get their hands on it, jar that one loose. Back, says the referee, still play on right into the waiting hands there of Kimmel, and he's able to take it the distance. Jumps through, not over that time. The difference from earlier. Kick was good as well, so the Texas State Bobcats get their second try of the match, first of the second half. Things finally starting to go their way with some of the subs in.
You know, you got to love this. You got to love the fight. And it is Friday Night Rugby, man. I mean, this is your shot. And he did the drop kick. Very nice. That was Harvey Hopkins, the Scotsman, with that conversion.
But it's good work. Both these squads have been fielding huge teams. We've been seeing quite a bit from players from the second side. Each team has 3 players that have played second side throughout the year. Now they're getting their time to shine here, Friday Night Lights. Texas State again earned another penalty. We'll see if they can get back into the opposing territory, as they've kind of been able to do here the last 5 minutes with ease.
Yeah, the kick finds touch. So, Tim, would you say that this is a somewhat of a comeback by Texas State because of the subs on both sides?
Yeah, I believe so. I think Texas State just kind of brought in Kyle Campbell, who's a senior. He's definitely kind of changed things as we see him about to throw that one in. For Sam Houston, again, both these squads have great second sides, both 2-0 on the year in their second sides. So the reserves are both solid for both of them. I just think Texas State has kind of been able to come in and cause a little more havoc.
Also, Gunnar Reinecke is in for the Bobcats. And we got a line out.
But it also does help your the scrums there for Texas State when you look across. Chaddock Para, who was such a force there in the first half, he's off. So is Preston James. So definitely changes things. Just kind of goes to show just how dominant maybe those starters are for Sam.
A sloppy throw in on the line out. Got a ref in the microphone.
Yeah, I'd have to say sometimes you just can't get out of the way of them there, Matt. I've taken my fair share of spills or getting the ball there. Did a good job there at the back of the line out. Just had that one kind of hop up and hit him.
Well, in that moment, he's not thinking I got a mic on.
6 seconds in.
So he tried to evade.
How accurate was? I think he was deliberately throwing at the ref mic at that point.
He's done a great job. All 3 referees have been outstanding here. The Texas Rugby Referee Association. Great work by all these guys here shining underneath the lights.
Heck, how about the great work by our audio engineers to pick that sound up?
Terrific stuff. always have little tricks up the sleeve, and Next Level Rugby Production is standing up to its name here this evening.
Indeed. As we await the put-in, there's a nice shot of the campus and the field. It's real grass, folks. Real grass. Friday Night Rugby.
Real mud when it rains there in that ditch. It's a great field, though. Nice soft pitch, one of the softest you'll get. But again, a fun time here in Sam Houston and Huntsville.
Well, I don't doubt it. Zumelzu with the put-in, and now off the back of the ruck comes Sam Houston. Good clearance from Texas State, but possession is still maintained by Sam Houston, and they are playing the advantage. For offside, there's a whistle, none gained. We'll check that. Now it's a penalty to Texas State. Thought he had his arm up toward Sam Houston at first.
He did, deliberately thrown into touch instead of dropping it forward or just saying that, taking the penalty. Instead, threw it into touch. That's illegal to do so. And so now the penalty back to Texas State. Just another little mistake here from Sam has really allowed the Bobcats to apply intense pressure now about 10 minutes.
And Harvey Hopkins, who is from Aberdeen, Scotland, which is where all the guys go off on the oil rigs and work 2 weeks at a time, he's been playing 18 years of rugby. And he just kicked it into touch. As a college player, 18 years under his belt.
Yeah, it's what these teams need as we continue to grow here with rugby in Texas. Getting some of these other players, the recruiting really cranked up another notch will really bring things together in the future.
And there he is with a nice little touch on the kick. It just goes a little bit long onto the burn, into the dead ball area. So it looks like it'll be an in-goal drop, or a goal line drop, if you will.
Yeah, it went all the way back through in-goal. It could have an opportunity to take it where it was kicked for a scrum, but they go with the goal line drop.
And here comes a counterattack, but lost in contact. And it wasn't a heck of a lot of contact, but here come the Bearcats. Good tackle, though, from White. Now they're all digging for it, and it's going to be a penalty. Looks like a little obstruction call, Tim.
Yeah, things getting a little reckless down inside the ruck. Quite see the infraction there, but boy, man, I mean, it's been constant mistakes and errors here for Sam Houston. Definitely going to give something for Coach Luke Nennis to get onto the boys about and really help them progress as they go through the season. Again, one more game against Baylor, and then they take on Texas A&M, which will definitely be for that #1 seed in the Lone Star Conference.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
Yeah, there's a lot to play for. There's a lot to fight for. You know, we talked a lot about the different teams in the conference, but, you know, you've got teams that have forfeited a match or have been postponed, and we'll see how it goes. So it's wide open. Good tackle
Texas
from
A&M. Sorry about that.
No problem. As we go back to the point of the initial infraction, it'll be a penalty awarded to Texas State, putting the head down, trying to ram it in himself. Got about 140 pounds that he was angry with running down there. Harvey Hopkins with the pass off his knee. A little sloppy play. We'll see what happens with referee Engelbrecht.
I don't think they were back 10 fully stepped up in front of that line before they drove into contact.
Create a penalty down there, late hit, and then I'll saw you here, okay? Okay. So you can have a yellow card. There you go. Hi, Brenda. You're good. That's it. Yep.
Roger Pringle there sent off.
There you see it again. Here we go. Again, the Bobcats showing no quit. Still fighting, clawing, trying to get into that try zone. This is all for Pride right now. Pride of Texas as they drive forward. Here's Hamilton. Can he get it in? No. Here's Cooper. Cooper finds this big man and, just inches away. Great defense from Sam Houston. They don't want to let them in. The leap there. Can he get it down? That's the issue. Right there is Engelbrecht, and it looks like it was knocked on, perhaps. Or he's going to the pocket instead. I beg your pardon. He's going to the pocket. Is it going to be a penalty try?
2 yellow cards. They're just going to have to get the engines cranking again off the high tackle.
Wow, I thought it could be a tip tackle. What's going on?
A lot to get through now, Matt.
Don't hold on to your hats. We're in the final couple of minutes, and we don't want to miss.
Yes. So level degree danger.
It's high degree of danger, no mitigation. It was a dumb tackle.
Red card.
Yes.
Captain. 16. Dumb tackle. Pass 90. Land on his head. No mitigation. Sorry.
Oh.
Bring it down here.
Here's a red.
No penalty try on that. No.
To the Q-tip.
Captain, enough. I want no more.
Noah Hudson going into the sin bin for the red card, joining his teammates. It's a crowded sin bin over there. As Texas State tries to go forward, did he get it down? He's rolled it. And the try's awarded.
Let's go!
That looks like Jack Cooper with the try, and he said, let's go.
Didn't have it. Then he rolled over and he touched it down.
He has been incredible since checking into this match. You see here at full force around the corner, just finds a little bit of a gap, has to roll on top of the Sam Houston player, still has one movement left, and as he rolls over, he's able to dot that one down. Lots of bodies in the way there, but a well-earned try for Texas State. 3 cards in the last 2 minutes. Or the Bearcats have kind of opened this one up, but that's 2 tries in a row for the Bobcats.
And Tim, that red card could be a factor going forward for that player availability, right?
Oh yeah, here on the NCR side, yellow cards are counted, as are red. So definitely could be a possible issue as they progress through. Get a couple more of those, and you're going to have to miss some matches.
All right, Hopkins' kick was no good. So we've got a lot of people busy in that sin bin area right now. Texas State, red card for Sam Houston, plus 2 yellows. So a lot of people being naughty late in the game. Youthful exuberance. It's just, there's a nose stopper, no big deal.
No, I know. He was like,
you say, do you know you have something?
And he was like, which number? Number 10. I was like, yo! I swear I was like,
Big result of a match between these 2 caliber of squads. Love to bang, love to hit hard. There'll be a couple of bloody noses out there, but Sam Houston have done incredible throughout this match. Texas State finally picking it up with a couple tries here in the end, though.
Who's your player of the match, Tim?
I think Drake Torno, he's been able to step in to that captain role here the last 20 minutes as well. I haven't called his name quite as much, but open play, defense, 3 tries off of that line out. He has been incredible.
The Ched Okpara contingent will be visiting you this week.
No, he has
well.
as
But yeah,
well.
no argument here. I mean,
has been great.
Yeah, I mean, you can give it to a whole bunch of these players, but yeah, you can't lose picking Torno. Oh, there's a knock on. Just trying to do too much, Turner. You can see his frustration. And perhaps another opportunity for a shorthanded Sam Houston to put one in the try zone.
We'll have one last shot at it. That scrum has been a little bit less of a factor ever since the aforementioned Okpara has come out the game. Shows just how incredible he was there in the first half. Getting out into the back line, running people over half his size. On the defensive end as well, bringing that boom, which they fully needed. Texas State loves to play smash mouth rugby. Sam Houston brought it back to him on the defensive end, and that's why they had such a big lead there in the first half.
Tim, is there a minimum amount of players you have to have on the pitch before it's a forfeit?
As of right now, I think we can keep playing. I don't think there really is a limit. Heaven forbid if the end has to
like 10 guys with yellow cards
out any more cards. I think it all comes down to the scrum at that point. As long as you can field a healthy scrum, we'll be able to keep going. But yeah, you keep infringing, we'll dish them out as long as you want.
And speaking of infringing, Engelbrecht having a conversation about coming together in the front row. Mitigating the dark arts, if you will. There's number 23, Isaac White, the freshman kinesiology. It's easy for me to say, out of Dallas, Texas. Thrill for him getting in on Friday Night Rugby. It's another guy that you could put in contention right there, the number 9, Zumelzu. He's had a great match. As Sam Houston keeps going, keeps firing. And another penalty, this time not releasing, but no card. I don't think he's got any cards left.
That was Cole Douglas, the number 10, got his hands on it. He's had a pretty good game, just has not been able to crack that line quite as many times as he might hope.
You know, and again, they have to get in the car and drive home. 3.5 hours, right?
Oh, yeah.
Texas State does.
That's a shorter drive here in the Lone Star State. You'll have U of H taking on San Angelo and looking at about 10, 11 hours.
Wow.
Some of these matches.
Wow. That's amazing. Line out taken by Texas State. Bobcats. Here come the Cats. One last time. Racine on the outside. He's got a man. Defense is there, but shovels it off. Some good fends there. There's Turner. He is repelled in a great tackle. That's Weibel still throwing it around. The lock for Sam Houston. And there's another nice move by Douglas. As you mentioned, he's had a good match in a losing effort. There's Hopkins, the Scotsman. Cooper scored a try. Fiery. Only a sophomore. You got to like that, too. You see these underclassmen really starting to make a name for themselves and doing it on national television. Here's Cooper. Gets it out. Hopkins on the burst. Here comes Racine again. He's wrangled by the defense. Again, if you're just not aware, we have serious penalties against Sam Houston, but they have a huge lead right now as time winds out. Turner to the ground. Cooper digs it out again. Hopkins, little overhead pass. And there's a whistle. It's a penalty. We won't end on a whistle. Unofficially, we're in red time, extra time. But all the time that matters is on the watch of the referee. Here's Cooper. Again, the Bobcats just fighting down to the last minute. Can they get this try? Make that ride home a little bit nicer. Great run, but it's turned over. And it's a knock on and a knock on, and it's going to be, that's it, folks. Oh, what a match it was. Physicality, which isn't represented in that score line. Both teams, proud organizations. And, Tim, what can you say?
The physical nature comes out right there at the end even as well. That was Ezekiel Gerardo, number 19, rips it out, saves the try. The subs finally get it done in the end there for Sam Houston. An incredible match, just too much talent, too much power there for Sam Houston as they took it right into the teeth of that Texas State squad and came away with the big win.
Yeah, again, you know, what a thrill for these guys. Friday Night Lights, Friday Night Rugby.
And then you guys need to support the second team. Don't go fucking off.
That was terrific stuff. You had Drake Torno with 3 tries right there running over the Renegades. 2 tries on the day also for Jackson Rauch. Incredible work here for that forward pack for Sam Houston State, and the number 4 team in the country, has another victory as they march forward for their 4th Lone Star Conference title in a row.
Tim, here are your tries.
Yeah, they're on the outside. That was the first one there for Lucas Staggs. Just 2 minutes into this match, Matt. A great start for him. And then the first of 2 tries coming in for Jackson Rauch. That driving maul played havoc with this Texas State squad all day. And then you see the beautiful use of hands, beautiful looping run. And a couple of those came to fruition as well for the Bearcats as they put on 24 unanswered points in the first half of action to really take a stranglehold. One quick form here on the outside for Texas State. Saw their lone try of the first half, but only 2 minutes into the second half, another big surge. Here's Drake Torno. 3 times he did this, push forward with the driving maul and dives over. Just so dangerous for this Bearcat squad. Again, a hat trick for Drake Torno. See number 3 right here. Did it off the left-hand side last time. Off the right here. Too much power from the Bearcats.
Final thoughts on the match, Tim?
Oh, great work from the Bearcats. Again, that front row was epic for Sam Houston. Texas State just didn't have enough. The subs played hard, but couldn't get it done in the end.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of National Collegiate Rugby, Next Level Rugby, Tim Wilkes, I'm Matt McCarthy. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on Friday Night Rugby.